What's up, guys? There is snow outside. Roads are getting super icy, and as it gets later, it's going to get worse. So we are on line tonight for midweek. Hopefully, you guys are having a good evening so far, enjoying your dinner while hanging out on YouTube. I know this isn't the ideal way to do youth group. We had set up and gotten, what's up, Tommy? Welcome. Gotten 9 squares set up at the church, ready to go. Unfortunately, we'll have to tear that down for this week, and we'll bring it back up next week for you guys, weather permitting. So let me give you a quick update, and then we're going to play some games together. Who's Cloudy? Welcome to the chat, by the way, Cloudy. So, hey, Tucker. We are doing midweek a little bit different this week. Nathan and I at the office today, earlier this afternoon, before lunch even, we filmed the conversation, a discussion, and a game for tonight. And then we started editing it. Nathan did, and he got it ready and was rendering it out. And it's taking forever. In fact, as we speak, hey Nathan, welcome. As we speak, it is still rendering the video that we wanted to go live for you guys right now. So what's going to happen is we're going to play a game. You guys are going to play a game with me. I'll introduce our new series that we're going to be starting, and then tomorrow we're going to upload the video that we wanted to have happen tonight because it's still rendering, and yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Hey Sarah, so let me head over to our game. All right, so we're playing a game. Can you guess what the Valentine's Day related record is? This is going to be super fun. I've never looked at these questions. What we've been trying to do with our games is when we're playing them, we go in blind with you. And so I found one tonight with some Valentine's Day records, and I found some multiple choice options put together for me so I didn't have to know the answers in advance. So play along. Add in the chat. No, Tucker, it's not just the game tonight. After the game, I'm going to introduce our new series, and then we'll kind of go from there, and we can head over to the Discord channel to start hanging out there as well. Hey, while we're here, I'm going to take a second. If you have not yet liked and subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. We're recording a couple things each week to be able to post, to give you guys some fun content. Some is just for fun, just some games. And then some other stuff we're doing are some things to help you grow in your faith, potentially stuff you can send friends to when they have questions that you don't quite feel comfortable asking. So let's get on with the game. Here's our first question. I'm going to wait a little bit so that you guys have a chance to answer these questions as well. The world's largest box of chocolates weighed A, 3,725 pounds, B, 2,500 pounds, or C, 1,875 pounds. So here's what I learned about YouTube and streaming live from OBS, which is what I'm using. There's like a 22 to 27 second delay. So I have to just stall here for 20 some odd seconds at each question to give you guys a chance to put your answers in the chat. Davis, I love that you want to support the Patreon. That's coming soon. In the meantime, you can head to dfchurch.com and click on that give button if you want to support what we're doing on YouTube. A lot of people are saying A. There's a couple B's in the chat. I also think it's A. It has to be absolutely ridiculous, right? Like, I don't know where it was made, but it has to be something totally outrageous. Let's see what it is. Yes, we got it. Those of you that guessed A, you are correct. Those of you that guessed B, that's okay. We have other options coming up. Here's our next question. Our next question is, the world's largest teddy bear was A, 92 feet 6 inches long, B, 63 feet 8 inches long, or C, 58 feet 7 inches long. Hey Nathan, I know you're watching this right now. If you can go to the Discord chat, I just heard that a couple people are putting their answers there. If you wouldn't mind posting them in the YouTube chat so that I can see them while we're going, that would be awesome and super heavy. First of all, a teddy bear that is 92 feet 6 inches long is ridiculous. And I feel like someone probably spent that amount of money on a teddy bear for Valentine's Day for somebody. 58 feet just doesn't seem epic enough. Man, 92 feet, that is almost a football field long. It can't be that long, right? Wait, no, that's yards. Never mind. Math is hard. It's a late Wednesday night. It's dark outside. It's snowing. I'm going to go A, 92 feet. We have a bunch of B's in the chat. Let's see who is correct. Oh, chat, you beat me. So many of you guys. Nathan, Cloudy, Unicats, Zane. Holy cannolis. You guys are very smart. It is 63 feet, 8 inches long. That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, this is short. Okay, this is shortest in height. When I first read this, I was thinking like the shortest time they were married. So I'm like, they went to Vegas, they got married, walked out of the chapel, immediately turned around and said that was a bad idea. The world's shortest married couple has a combined height of A, 71.42 inches. That's shorter than I am. So the two of them combined shorter than me. I am 72 inches tall. B, 98.75 inches. Or C, 83.5 inches. How... What am I supposed to do here? Like, what kind of logic do I use to answer this question? The world's short... 14 minutes, Nathan. That's what I was thinking at first. I was thinking like 38 seconds, actually. Man, Davis says he knows that this is A. Davis, that's saying that each person is half my height. I love it. I'm here for it. Davis, I'm trusting you on this. I am going A, 71.42 inches. And yes, Davis, I need to know why you know this answer. Dude, it's A. Davis, put in the chat right now why you know this answer. That is absolutely insane. All right, here's our next question while Davis helps us out there. The world's largest nut bar. All right, it weighed 2,345 pounds, 5,943 pounds, or 6,325 pounds. Oh, Davis, you read it in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's awesome. Okay, the world's largest chocolate nut bar. Man, B and C seem like way too much weight. But everything else has just been silly ridiculous. So I think I'm going to have to go B because C is just too high. And A, man, I want to meet the baker who made this thing. All right, I'm going B, 5,943 pounds. What does everyone else think? I'm getting a lot of C's. Yeah, like an Almond Joy. That's kind of what we're talking about, where there's chocolate, there's nuts. You guys know the difference between an Almond Joy and a Mounds, right? Yeah, Almond Joys have nuts, Mounds don't. Okay, couple C's, a couple A's, a B. Let's see what the answer is. B, if you said 5,943 pounds, you are correct. Has anybody gotten them all right so far? Like, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. I don't even know how many I've gotten right. I've just been distracted by the fact that Davis read about the world's shortest married couple, remembered the answer, and got a question right on a midweek game because of that. Like, who knew that that random piece of information would come back to help him out? All right, here's our next question. The world's longest kiss lasted A, 50. When do you breathe? When do you eat? What in the world is happening? This is absolutely disgusting. 58 hours, 35 minutes, and 58 seconds. 42 hours, 20 minutes, and 16 seconds. 62 hours, 52 minutes, and 18 seconds there, so you guys can see that. Man, this is just awkward, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna say B because that's long enough. Like, there's 24 hours in a day, so 2 straight days is 48 hours. So you're telling me A or C, they went more than 2 straight days without stopping? Like, this is absolutely insane. All right, B, I agree. Who said it's awful? I agree, Sarah. Like, I love my wife. but this is a little bit extreme. I also enjoy food and shower and conversation and my children and all sorts of things. So yeah, Cloudy, who wants to kiss that long? That's absolutely ridiculous. Let's see what it is. A, 58 hours, 35 minutes, and 58 seconds. Phew. Still absolutely ridiculous that it's any of those options. Oh man. All right, so the first heart-shaped box of chocolates was created in A, 1921, B, 1793, or C, 1868. As you guys are getting your answers in, Monday, Valentine's Day, in our neighborhood, the school bus drops kids off just up the street, and a lot walk by our house. And as I was leaving to go, I don't remember where I was going, somewhere, I saw a handful of people walking home with heart-shaped boxes of chocolates, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Somebody loves them. That's awesome. I love it. I have absolutely no idea about this one, so I'm gonna go C, 1868, just because I feel like A is a little too late and B is way too early. So I'm gonna say C. I see a lot of you guys coming in with your answers. Let's see what it is. It is C, 1868. Good job if you got that one right. Let's see what our next question is. The world's tallest married couple has a combined height of 15 feet, 4.35 inches, 13 feet, 10.72 inches, or 14 feet, 7.58 inches. Man, all right. This one's good. So I'm 6 feet tall, and I know that I'm just kind of average in my height. And so let's say you had a couple of tall people, you know, like what you would think like basketball stars. Like you have a 7'2" center who married like a 6'8" volleyball player. So I'm looking at 14 feet. So I'm going to go C, 14 feet, 7.58 inches. I know I just brought in like height stereotypes for sports and stuff. I apologize if that offended anyone. That was not my intention. It was just those were the first two things that came to mind. I enjoy sports, and so yeah, we have a couple of A's. Looks like a C. Davis was also getting more answers because of the Guinness Book of World Records. I love that. Does anyone think this one is 15 feet? That would be absolutely incredible. That's like an 8-footer and a 7-footer. Man. All right. Let's see what the answer is. I'm going C here, guys. 14 feet. Oh, it's B. 13 feet, 10.72 inches. Somebody look that up on Google and tell me who they were and if they played sports, just because I'm really curious now. All right, here's our next question. We just have a couple left. The world's longest chain of paper hearts was 17,939 hearts long, 23,432 hearts long, or 14,158 hearts long. This is a lot of hearts. Like how big were the hearts? Because I mean, if they were this big and we have 23,000 hearts long, that's going everywhere. So I don't know what I think about that. But I'm going to go with it anyway. I'm going B, 23,432 hearts long. I just want to go as big as absolutely possible. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Who says A, who says B, who says C on this one? All right, let's see, you guys. You're putting your answers in. I'm going long. A bunch of you are going short. What is it? Of course, it's A. It's the other one. Oh, that's so good. All right, 17,939 hearts long. Good job if you got that right. I don't think anyone did from what I saw, but I'm a little delayed, so it looks like maybe someone did. All right, the most bridal bouquets caught by one woman. You guys know this, right? You go to a wedding, and one of the traditions is the bride at the reception will throw her bouquet over her head to a group of ladies behind her, and the person who catches the bouquet supposedly is the next one who's going to get married. So like I've seen some videos on TikTok and YouTube and Vine back when that was a thing of like just absolute anarchy happening when that thing is thrown, and like yeah, it was bad. So some people are desperate, and I don't know, they go to extreme measures in order to try and, I guess, get married. And so for this one, I'm going to say someone once caught 36 bouquets because she fought hard in hopes that this would up her chances of marriage. But singleness is also a gift from the Lord, and so maybe it just wasn't for her. I don't know who this woman is, but let's see what it is. Someone said a softball player. I love that. What in the world? Dude. All right. I haven't even been to 50 weddings. This person not only has been to 50 weddings, but has caught 50 bridal bouquets. This is ridiculous. I can't believe it. Those of you guys that guess C, well done. That was not in the cards for me. All right, next question. The longest engagement on record. This has to be super high because some people like get engaged and never get married. So right away, I look at this, I say B, 67 years. Yeah, they got engaged and the timing just never was right for them to get married. Yeah, I think I got to go 67 years on this. I have a couple of people going with me. Pam and Roy. Sweet. Nathan, were those the tallest people who got married? Good for them. I don't know anything about them. But let's see what the answer is to this one. Yes! 67 years. That is commitment without commitment, I guess. Like, man, I want to know their story too. There's a lot of stories behind every one of these questions. Okay, you guys, this is our last one. Let's see what you can do. The world's largest bouquet of roses was made up of 112,890 roses, 212,740 roses, or 156,940 roses. Oh, yes, Nathan, that was a joke from The Office. I do know Pam and Roy now. Sorry, I was so caught up in these questions, I didn't get your joke. I apologize. I agree. Why not just get married? So these roses are expensive, you guys. Like ridiculously so. You go buy at Valentine's Day a dozen roses, and the cheapest ones are going to cost you $30-$40, right? And so that's for 12 roses. We're looking at 112,000 roses as the smallest of these bouquets. Now, non-Valentine's Day time, you get a dozen roses for like 20 bucks. And so if these people grew them, they got them at wholesale price. It's still absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to say 156,940 roses. What do you guys think? Also, Melinda, if you're watching this, I will never get you that many roses. I'm not strong enough to carry them. I'm sorry. I can show you a picture of it, though, sometime. The correct answer is 156,940 roses. That is awesome. Hey guys, how did you do with that game? Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was super fun. Maybe someday we can figure out a way to have you guys like vote live so we can have like a poll and a tally on this. But in the meantime, while we play these games, we'll just have to do it this way in the chat or in our Discord. Hey, speaking of Discord, we can head over there in just a couple of minutes. So I explained at the beginning of this what was going on with our issues today with technology. We had tons of them. Like everything that could go wrong went wrong. The camera was shutting off. The audio would stop recording. We finally got everything filmed and ready to go for tonight. And then because we were filming at 4K and we had multiple camera angles, we get that all together. Nathan's editing it, and it just took forever to render. And so that's why we're here live doing it this way. But I didn't want to undo what Nathan and I did as far as the teaching lesson for tonight goes. So we had spent some time talking about and introducing our new series. So we're starting a new series called Him and Her. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a biblical look at relationships and dating and marriage and sex and all those different things that we kind of think about around Valentine's Day. But we wanted to start with this idea of what a man is according to the Bible and a woman. So biblical manhood and biblical womanhood. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to post the video that we wanted to have for tonight tomorrow. There's another fun game on there that Nathan and I really enjoyed playing. Hopefully you guys do too. But then we're really going to dive into and actually just scratch the surface, because it's a really big topic, of biblical manhood. And next week we'll look at biblical womanhood. But as we think about this idea of what it means to be a man or a woman, one common theme that I've seen is that as it relates to love, right? This topic of love, it comes up a lot in our everyday lives. Movies, books, podcasts, songs, music videos, right? Whole YouTube channels are dedicated to this topic of love. And most of the time, these things, they focus on how we can find or lose love. As Christ followers, I think it's easy for us to get caught up in this game of chasing love. And if you listen closely, the world's message about this is clear, right? The only way to truly win is to find this love of self. And this kind of love, we can interpret it as selfish love, right? Because it puts you first and it puts others at a distant second. And we know this is true. We've seen example after example in the Bible, in just our day relationships. You have Adam and Eve, right, who chose themselves over God, which breaks this relationship between God and man. And the rest of the Bible is all about God relentlessly pursuing us out of love, with every part of that story leading to Jesus, right? Jesus came to demonstrate ultimate love by laying down his life for us, right? He showed us sacrificial love instead of selfish love. And that's really like the foundation of biblical manhood, biblical womanhood, is this idea of being willing to sacrifice. And one example I love from Jesus is when he demonstrated sacrificial love just before he was about to go to the cross and die, right? He took time to wash his disciples' feet, right? In John chapter 13, we read the story where they're sitting at the dinner table, and he gets up from the table and prepares himself to wash his disciples' feet. And like his disciples are like, no, you can't be doing this. Like, I should be washing your feet, Jesus. What are you doing to me? And I love this. In John chapter 13, verse 7, Jesus answered Simon Peter, who said, Lord, do you wash my feet? What I am doing you do not understand now, but afterwards you will understand. And Peter said, you shall never wash my feet. And Jesus said, if I don't wash you, you have no share with me. Right? And so he goes on and he washes the feet, and he gives this beautiful explanation of why he's doing this. Right? He says that I'm giving you an example of what you then should do to others. And in verse 35 of John chapter 13, it says, by this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. And so I want to maybe just ask a couple questions for you guys to think about, and we can head over to the Discord server and you can answer them there. You can put them in the chat here. But I will be closing this live YouTube in just a minute. But here's a couple questions I want you to be thinking about as we begin to get into this new series. What is the practical difference between sacrificial and selfish love, right? We've seen it from Jesus, but what is the practical difference for you? In your own words, how would you define grace? Why is it so hard for us to love people the way that Jesus loves them? And I think the last question for us to think about tonight is, how does it make you feel that Jesus loves your family and your friends and you unconditionally? Just some things to think about as we begin this series called Him and Her. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Anytime over the next several days. We'll post it tomorrow morning so that you guys can get that first series on what it looks like to be a man according to Scripture. So hey, thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you want, you can head over to our Discord server. If you still need access to that, head to DSM or email us at dsm@dfchurch.com and we can get that over to you. Yeah, we'll see you there. Have a good night.